Adult kindergarten cultural agreement number 7 is we set clear boundaries and we state our boundaries. In adult kindergarten, we state what it is that we are asking for from another person, and we also explain things that we do not want. No physical touch, interventions, no interventions. This was really important to me as I was first learning this practice because my boundaries were violated so very much as a child that I didn't even know what those were. And adult kindergarten gives us a great place to start practicing our boundaries. And it doesn't have to be this like harsh boundary firm thing. It's really just our personal preferences. If I walk into your house, would you prefer I take off my shoes? Would you prefer I give you a handshake or a hug, right? We have these preferences that are going to make us feel the most comfortable in that situation, and we need to be able to express those. Otherwise, someone's going to go in for a hug when you really don't want to hug them. Someone's going to leave their shoes on in your house and walk on your white carpet, right? Like, we just need to, without emotion, without a lot of strong negative emotion behind our boundaries, if we state them early and we state them where there's not a build up of somebody crossing our boundaries. If we don't state our boundaries and somebody walks into our house on white carpet, the first time we don't say anything, we just get a little internally upset, right? The second time they come into the house, they do it again and again. We're just like, ugh. And the third time they do it, like, we now are very upset, right? And then we explode on them, take your shoes off. And they were like, okie dokie, okay. Like, I didn't know I had crossed your boundary, right? And we would also be just as upset if we told somebody our boundary and they continued to cross it anyway. Like, no wonder we have these anger outbursts at certain situations in which our boundaries are crossed repeatedly and we get upset about them. Anybody would. If we state our boundaries early, often, and with no emotional attachment to them, we give people the opportunity to respect our boundaries. And then we also have the opportunity, when they don't respect our boundaries, to act accordingly. And we have a lot of really great practice of setting, stating, and making preferences and boundaries clear early. I think that's really going to be helpful in the outside world.